Let's start at the beginning.
In kindergarten, they let us scribble out letters in an attempt to spell our names. Staying inside the lines wasn't too crucial. As long as we tried, anything was accepted.
By the time we got to elementary school, there was a slightly higher level of difficulty. Spelling counted a lot, and teachers began to crack down on whether or not they could read your handwriting. I remember my work often being labeled with the term chicken scratch.
Middle school was one of the biggest steps in my childhood. Suddenly, some teachers expected cursive writing only. Just writing a sentence became a chore. However, my penmanship did improve slightly. High school teachers did not really even try with us anymore. If your penmanship wasn't acceptable, your paper got thrown out. No questions. Before the time of computers, this is the way things went. You learned good penmanship by default. Then came the keyboard, and suddenly everyone could have the same penmanship. If you made a mistake, it could be erased completely. No more smudges on your paper. Maybe you used to write your G's a lot like your Q's. Not a problem anymore. Digital text offered a more perfect way for everyone to write. Now with this digital text, handwriting is changing a lot.
Handwriting used to be praised. Monks would spend their entire lives learning to print well enough to copy the important manuscripts of their time. They even went so far as to create works of art out of their letters. These were called illuminations. When comparing the writing then to writing now, the degradation is clear. Watch as I type these few brief sentences to show an example of how quick typing is. Note the fact that I only reached this point when writing the same sentences, and it's much less legible. Typing offers students an avenue to express their thoughts quickly, cheaply, and legibly. Pencils are not cheap. When typing a paper, there's never any doubt that your professor will be able to read what you have written. The only potential problem would be when taking notes. Does typing notes instead of writing them affect how our brains retain the information? Usually when a college student declines to take notes, it's either a result of laziness or they think there is no point because once they write something down, they remember it anyway. However, it is the process of actually writing things down that gets our brain to remember what we wrote better. So basically, you have to write things down to remember them, but you won't need to reread what you wrote. Oh well, who needs trees anyway? When you handwrite notes, you're actually helping your brain to learn better. When just staring blankly at your professor, you may think that you will retain important information, but you really do lose a lot. Even typing the notes is not as helpful as typing is automatic for us, and we do not really think as much during the process. However, when you write down your notes with pencil and paper, the old-fashioned way, your brain creates clearer connections for you to access during the exam. So the moral of the story, don't write off penmanship yet. Although the world has turned digital and typing is way faster and easier than writing, your GPA may rise another point or two if you take the time to write your notes. I hope you found this to be at least a little bit entertaining and informative. Thank you for watching.